Simon Property Group has announced they will be opening 108 new shops that sell CBD-infused products. Simon Property is the largest owner of malls in the United States. Castleton Square Mall in Indianapolis will have the first kiosk featuring the products.
Earlier, we spoke to Green Growth Brand CEO Peter Horvath about this new partnership and how the 2018 Farm Bill has changed the future of CBD.
Growth Brands. We've got a team that has worked across Victoria's Secret, DSW, Bath and Body Works, come from Procter & Gamble. So our background is in beauty and personal care. So we're bringing this to the CBD molecule, if you will. And in doing so, it's not a nutraceutical. It's topical. It's going to help with skin care and other things. So basically Simon Property Group, they knew us from all those other businesses we worked with. We showed them our assortment. It's the broadest assortment of CBD in existence right now. We have, our shops have 60 SKUs right now, 60 choices, up to 100 in a couple months. And if you go out there and look at CBD, as you mentioned, there's maybe 3-4 choices of each brand. So really amazing. So what's great is these developers, they know us, and we can do these portfolio deals where you sign 100 stores in one shot.
Yeah.
So I have not kept up with the CBD research. I actually recently, maybe about 6 months ago, I walked into a small shop, not a big shop, and I was talking to the woman about back pain, and she said, "Have you ever tried CBD?" And I was like, whoa, I don't do drugs. And she was like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't want it. I don't want to feel freaky. I don't want to see funny colors." And I don't think people have a good understanding of what it is. So explain to our, maybe people in our audience do. I certainly did not. So what is it, CBD? What is CBD oil, and what is the controversy, more importantly, around it?
So there's a lot of confusion. So thank you for asking, and it'll continue for a while. So CBD oil or CBD molecule comes from the easiest way to get it. It can come from lots of things, but the easiest way to get it, the most concentrated form, is from hemp. And hemp is it's a plant that is similar to the cannabis that gets you high. But in fact, it has a THC level less than 0.3%, which means it won't get you high. But you have some of the benefits, which are believed to be anti-inflammatory as well as anti-anxiety when ingested. 80% of the market right now is ingested. Our entire focus is topical, and I'll tell you why. Because in December, President Trump signed the 2018 Farm Act, which descheduled hemp. No longer made it a Schedule I drug. So all of a sudden it's legal. But at the very same moment, the FDA hit send on an email that had been sitting there waiting to be sent that said they're reminding people they do not permit CBD in ingestibles. And so the beauty is we're focused on topicals. I think what that shop,
oil, you can put an oil on your skin.
You can put oil on your skin. It's not age restricted.
Right.
So whereas if it's ingested, you're thinking vape pens, you're thinking tinctures, which it all might be fine. The point is there is no research. And I think the FDA is going to try to figure out how can they make this available to consumers. But in the meantime, we've decided let's focus on our strength, which is consumers and beauty and personal care products, and let's bring amazing product to people on par with the Veda and Kiehl's that also has CBD in it.
So you just explained something that had been sort of confusing me a little bit, because it seemed like in various municipalities here in New York too, there had been a pushback when it came to CBD oil, that at one point, you could go to a cafe and get a CBD latte, and then they started to really restrict CBD oil when we were watching conversations across the country about marijuana, about weed, and sort of people having more access to it. But is that part of the reason why there was a scale back? Because like you said, the federal government sent out sort of conflicting messages?
It's like everything else that has to do with the cannabis plant. There's cannabis is legal in states, but it's federally illegal. Now CBD is federally legal, but it's illegal in some states.
Wow.
So in
when
New
you
York,
ingest it.
But
even topically,
unclear.
Okay.
So we ship to 34 states now. We will not ship to the states where it's unclear. So unfortunately, New York, Florida, Ohio, all places where we have a lot of investors in all three of those states, we're not shipping to. And we're looking forward to someday. But right now, they've done raids, like you mentioned, in New York State. They've done raids in Florida and Ohio. Confiscating this product. It's very unusual because it's legal to do ingestible marijuana in those states, right?
But not CBD.
But not CBD.
That
It's
is
really
so
strange.
weird.
And the funny thing is, the FDA didn't come under their purview until it became federally legal. When it was federally illegal, it wasn't something they had to worry about.
Are you lobbying Washington to change the laws?
We're not. We're focused on our business and our consumers, and everybody's in high growth mode right now. I want to give you a little context. The market is about $500 million right now, so it's very small, but it's projected to become $22 billion in the next 4 or 5 years. So it's a high growth area, and it's going to be companies like ours that are going to create that market.
Do you like the weed business? Do you struggle with sort of mainstream banking investments? Do you still have the same challenges?
You shouldn't with CBD, but we still have to go through the whole education process with our partners. But we do have banking, thank God. It is easier. The fact that we can transport over borders now with the Farm Bill is very helpful.
That's interesting.
Really fascinating.
It's working for you.
It's working for me, absolutely. Peter Horvath, great to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.